You're listening to Living Off Grit. I am your host, Lucia. What can I say? It feels like I'm living in Scotland. It's pretty amazing. It's so beautiful. The people here are really nice and helpful, and I don't know, they just have so much love for even the people who aren't from here. It's pretty awesome. So if you ever get a chance to visit Scotland, I highly recommend it. It's I can't get enough of it. I just want to take photos at every corner, and the beauty is almost overwhelming, and the greenery, and it's just so different from Los Angeles that I think I've completely just fallen in love with how much nature there is. Anyway, so while I'm having an amazing time here, I just want to talk a little bit about um, people from your past coming into your life at a time where maybe they're not allowed in your life. So the reason I bring this up is because as soon as I arrived here, I was contacted by somebody who I had already let go of because they weren't serving the life that I was leading now, and they weren't displaying honesty and integrity and just the things that I need from people in my life. And I didn't respond to this person because while I have forgiven them and maybe the situation or the friendship, it isn't necessary to continue communication when you feel that they are no longer good for your life. And I know a lot of the times we feel guilty for doing so, but even myself, I have to remind, my own self that it is my life and I get to dictate who is in it, who I talk to, who I let in, who knows about my life. And only because someone has apologized, a million times and you have forgiven them, it doesn't mean that there needs to be a mending of a relationship. It's okay to forgive and move forward and not look back. And I know to a lot of people, this may seem cold, but as somebody who, and I've said this before, I used to dismiss people that were very important to me. I no longer do that. I am grateful for those people who I love, who love me, who are genuine, and everybody else is not allowed in my life. And it is okay to protect your energy, to protect your peace of mind. And it's also okay to not respond to people once you have already made peace. This was one person, they contacted me as soon as I arrived. And then a second person also, who did hurt me, they also contacted me. And again, I didn't respond because of the same thing. Now, for me, these two people, they know that I'm on a trip right now. I'm pretty sure they remember that this was happening. And I find it a little bit selfish, for someone to come in at a time where you're having fun, where you're not thinking about them, obviously, because you're thinking about your experiences. And I find it fascinating in regards to how they didn't contact me before I came on this trip. Now, the way that I see it is that maybe the universe is testing me in some way and also pushing me to really stick to my guns and not allow people to hurt me anymore or to be in my life if they aren't good people or aren't good for your life. So, the reason why I want to bring this up is because a lot of the times we have people in our lives that are not good for us, that maybe have been around in your life for a long time, and only because you've known them for a long time or you've had a friendship or relationship, you can't seem to let it go just because, quote unquote, I've known them forever or I've known them for a while. But I truly believe that as we evolve, as we change, you know, you want something different or maybe something more genuine, more real, based on love, truth, honesty. And for me, integrity and honesty is very important. I cannot have someone in my life who has lied to me, and I find it difficult to move forward from that. I can forgive them, but someone who has that in them to lie to me or hurt me, and they know, they're mindful of what they're doing, there is no way that I can have that back into my life. First of all, it just takes too much energy for me. I want to think that I'm a pretty good friend to people, and for me to put more energy into somebody who I've already let go, it's just too much. And it's also okay to tell yourself that you don't have the energy to mend things with people who don't deserve it, who don't deserve you. Now, at first it bothered me a little bit. Like I said, I felt, wow, like how selfish of them to try to come back into my life when my focus is elsewhere. And then I just thought, well, it's not really my problem. If they feel that they needed to say something else, that's fine. Maybe their mind isn't at peace. And that doesn't fall on my shoulders. And if you're going through something similar as well, it doesn't fall on your shoulders. Once you have forgiven them, it is not on your back anymore. It is not for you to fix, to mend, to try to control, to make the situation better. If the situation is over, and they contact you, that means their mind is no longer at peace. There are things that maybe they did and they haven't come to terms to why they did it or what have you. It's something that nobody knows, only them. But, once I stopped feeling guilty, I was just like, okay, I'm moving on with, my holiday and continuing what I'm doing on a daily basis. Just remember to not let people control your energy, your peace of mind, to not allow people to come into your life whenever they want to. And I mean this with so much love, for me to not respond to them, trust me, it's a good thing. I'm a place in my life where I am more honest than I've ever been. And honesty sometimes hurts people when they're not ready for it. And, I don't need to cause that towards anybody, especially if I've already been honest with them, if I've already given them explanations as to why the relationship isn't working, or, friendship isn't working. And beyond that, you know, you have to continue living your life to have peace of mind. And right now, peace of mind is so important. There's so much going on in this world. To have more worries that are out of your control, out of your hands, and that maybe you don't want in your life. So I just want to end this episode by telling you guys that you're good enough, that you are a good person, that love yourself enough to not have those people in your life, that it's okay to let go. And while it's a really tough process when you care about somebody, in the end, your life will be better when you have good people around you who truly love you, who want you to succeed, who are on your side, who are honest and loving. So, thank you so much for listening. I know this one was a little bit different, but again, it's kind of what's happening, so I wanted to talk about it, and I think it's important. And I know I keep talking about how I will have bonus episodes, and I want to do them, but it's so windy here that you would probably hear it in the audio if I'm outside, and sometimes, like I told you guys, I want to record in the moment, and sometimes it's not possible, but maybe I'll try to do some if I'm having lunch at a cafe or something like that, like a casual place. I think that'd be fun. Or talk about my day, that'd be great, because I've experienced so much. And like I told you guys, I really want to talk about all my experiences, but it's difficult because it's so many, it's so overwhelming, and so many good things have come out of this trip that I really want to share with you. So, anyway, thanks so much for listening again, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Living Off Grit. I know I'm not posting too much right now, but I will definitely try to post a little bit more, and also just photos of my trip in stories or something like that, so you guys can kind of go along with what I'm doing throughout my day. All right, I've talked enough. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.